Hello. Let me get that out. Cut off my hello. Cut off my Instacart app. So when be distracted me. Good evening. Come on in. Come on in. Look, you all, that took me a good old nap. I say, let me go and stop by and talk to the fam. I had to come and sit in some lighting. I was out and about running some errands, picking up a few things. And I just wanted to come in and talk to you all, okay? You see, I had to find some light so I could talk to you all. Listen, what I want to talk to you all about is, learn to, there are a lot of people that don't value folks' time. They don't value people's time. Learn to value people's time. Like, if someone gives you their time, I was just listening at a brief video a few minutes ago, and that inspired me to talk about this because I notice it happens a lot. Value people's time, right? If someone, invite you somewhere, and if someone wants to hang out with you, if someone wants to have lunch or something with you, or, you say you're going to attend something, like, if you get an invitation and you say you're going to go, I understand things come up, life happens, but if you know you're not going to go, if you know you have other things to do, if you know you are busy, just say no. Don't accept things, and don't say you're going to attend things and be there for someone or meet someone and you have too much going on in your life. Don't overextend yourself, okay? It looks better on you to say no than for you to say you're going to do something and you don't do it, or you wait until the last minute, right? You wait until the last minute and say, you know what, I won't be able to come. This, that, and the other came up. I forgot I had this to do. Like, no, let people know that, let folks know ahead of time, because it's very inconsiderate of folks, of you, or of people to say you're going to do something and you know that you're not going to be able to do it, or if something comes up that you want to do, like, more than what you agreed to do, and you decide you don't want to, don't do that. Don't do that to people. Don't do that, because you don't know what the other person is dealing with. You don't know what plans and what they had to go through to get what they planned together. You don't know why they are doing it, right? So I don't know. So value folks' time, value their time, value, like, if you can't do it, like the Bible says, let your yea be yea and your nay be nay. Let your yes be yes and your no be no. It is okay. Or give people time to make adjustments, because when you say, hey Michelle, when you say you're going to attend something, like if it's an event where food is there, people have to plan for that, right? They have to plan and account for you being there. So if you can't be there, let them know ahead of time. If something comes up, let them know ahead of time. Value folks' time. Like, with my church, I had planned on attending. We have winter games coming up, and that's on December 7th. And but I also found out someone close to me, spouse died, right? And they're having a funeral on that day. So I'm going to let the organizer at the church know that I won't be able to attend, although I signed up. But I have enough time, right? I have enough time to let her know that I won't be able to attend, because I feel like I need to be there for my good friend who husband passed, right? So I wanted to, just talk about, I'm being considerate ahead of time, because I know they have to account for food and they have to account for who's going to be there. So I have to make sure, right, that I let folks, let her know. Although I did say in the beginning, I planned on attending, right? I planned on attending and I agreed to attend, but I'm valuing folks' time. I'm letting them know ahead of time, listen, I can't come. Not last minute, not I'm trying to go to both things, not that, I'm trying to see what happens. No, if I know I'm not going, I got 2 weeks to let her know that I won't be able to attend. Right? So, hold on. So just, I just want to come talk to y'all. Just be thoughtful of people's time. Be thoughtful and considerate of their time. Don't wait last minute. If you're planning on going out with your friend, or you're planning on if you say you're going to do something, just do it. Even if you don't feel like it, even if you're going to go for an hour or maybe 30 minutes, just show up. Don't not go because you don't feel like it now. Hey, Rebecca. Don't not go. I am well. Look, I just woke up from a nap a little while ago, so you may see the sleep still on my face. But I'm doing well. But just be considerate. That's all. Be considerate and respectful of people's time, of folks' time, because if you don't, you're going to miss out on you're going to miss out on a lot of things. You're going to miss out on a lot of opportunities, because you never know what a person, you never know who is watching. You never know who could, be that blessing for you, right? You never know who could have an opportunity. Not that you're doing it, because you never know, but just being respectful of people's time. And people see that you're reliable when they see that you are a person of your word, that you're going to be there. That places an impression in folks' mind and people's mind to know, okay, she's reliable. I can depend on her. She's reliable. Whatever opportunity that becomes available, oh, she's reliable. So she's always here. She always shows up, right? So just be mindful, right? Value people's time. Be mindful. Be considerate. Be respectful of folks' time. Don't agree to things and you're not going to do it, right? Just check your calendar. Always say, don't be so. My daughter taught me when she was 6 years old. My daughter taught me when she was six or seven. She's 21 now, but I never forgot this as a mom, and I was a young mom. And my daughter taught me to stop saying that I'm going to do things and I don't do it, right? I wasn't a woman of my word, and it wasn't intentional. You got to understand, as a young mom, you have so much energy, and in the moment you get excited. And I used to do this. In the moment, I used to get excited. Be like, oh, we're going to do this. We're going to go here, go there. But I didn't count the cost. I didn't count that I had to go home, cook dinner. And that's when I was cooking every day. I had to go home, cook dinner. I had 3 children, young children, 2 and 3 years apart. I was working full time. Although I was a little younger and I had more energy, but still I didn't consider the cost. I didn't count up everything I had to do, and when I worked, I used to drive a little ways to work. So by the time I come home, I used to be tired. And then I forgot I said I was going to take the kids here or do something. And my baby said, and see, your kids could teach you something if you listen. I'll never forget, my baby said, Mommy, she had a little attitude with it too. She was like, Mommy, why every time you say you gonna do something and you never do it? I'm like, oh my goodness. And I thought that thing stung me. It stung me because my baby was right. And see, if we don't be too high and prideful, the kids could teach us something. Them children will teach us something. And that thing sat with me, and I stopped doing that. I stopped getting so excited in the moment and not counting the cost. I look at my calendar. If I don't know if I could attend something, I'll look at my calendar, or I'll say, give me I'll get back with you in a few days to let you know if I could come or not. Okay? Or I tell them, if I don't text you by this time, that means I'm not coming. Or if I don't get back with you by this time, I'm not coming. But I stopped getting so excited in the moment, because we do that. As humans, we do that. It sounds good, but we're not thinking about all the things we have to do. Then I had 3 little kids. I had one younger than her at the time. And then I had one younger than her. Yeah, I had one younger than her. Then my son was older at the time. And I just thought I was super mom, right? I thought I was just super mom, not knowing I had to come home. And that's when I was cooking long meals. And I still had to, make sure food was done, for the family and all that. So, and I would just get so excited. And in the moment, and my baby taught me, right? My baby taught me. My baby taught me about, my baby taught me, that's what these trolls on here, Lord. My baby taught me how not to really be saying things out of excitement, to think before I speak and not just get all excited. Because, I'm the type, I like to mingle. I like to get out. I like to, go to different events. I like doing things like that. And she taught me, my baby taught me to consider, count the cost, consider, wait, don't be so quick to say yes, see if I'll be able to do it, right? See if I would need to, get rest, or is this my rest weekend? Or like, she taught me to think about and consider what I got going on. And that's what I started doing. I'm like, you know what? And it's okay to say no. You won't be able to go to everything. You won't be able to attend everything. And another thing, don't feel guilty, because a lot of people feel guilty for saying no. Don't feel guilty if you can't attend something, right? It's better that you say no than say yes and not show up. And I understand some people are connected with people who they will get in their feelings, right? They will get in their feelings. They will get in their feelings about I guess some trolls don't have anything to do tonight. They were getting their feelings about you not attending certain things. But you got to remember, you have to do what you can do within the time you have. I remember there was a time that I used to say yes to everything. Just because somebody was having something, that don't mean that I had to show up, right? I used to be like, oh, yes, I'll go every weekend, every other. Like, I was always doing something. Just being and going and going and going. Not thinking about, this was at a different season in my life after the kids got older. Not thinking about, okay, I needed to rest. Like, when am I going to do something for myself? Do I want to be around certain people? How is, being around certain groups, how is that going to affect my energy? Like, I didn't think about all of that. I used to just say yes. And sometimes you go to these different events, and the energy is off and people are in this weird energy. You don't have to go to everything. You have to make sure that you're going in places that is not going to drain you. Hey, Keisha, you have to make sure you're going around people who got good energy, good vibes. And that includes the holidays too. Like, if you got to pump yourself up to go around family for Thanksgiving and Christmas, you don't need to be going. I don't know why we feel like we have to be going around people and pretending, knowing certain people don't really care for you, knowing your family members don't care for you, but you got to prime and pump yourself up. You don't want to feel guilty. You got these excuses, and it's all this unnecessary emotions. Like, if you got to think about how you going to behave and what you're going to say if somebody say this or that, you don't need to be going. It's okay not to go. Look, it's okay not to go. I think it's very toxic, and I think it's very toxic, and I think it's dysfunctional for me, right? To me, in my head, to go around people and to be at different functions when people don't really care for you like that. I think it's very dysfunctional, and it's abuse to yourself. You're being abusive to yourself to be going around people and going to events that and around people where you really got to give yourself a prep talk before you go. You shouldn't be going. You shouldn't go. It's okay to say, you know what, I don't want to be around, certain people. I don't want to attend this type of event. I don't want to Exactly. Keisha. Look, I'm in a different stage in my life. And that's what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to be pretending. If I'm going to attend a function, it's going to get turned out. If I feel any bad energy and anything golf and all this weird, so I'll just exclude myself. I'd rather not attend. I would rather not attend because there's like, no, I wouldn't. If I got to do all the priming and thinking about what they're going to say or what they may do, or it don't make sense to attend. Yep, it don't make sense to go. But people don't know how to say no. They feel bad and they feel like they have to be around people twice a year, and they don't talk to them throughout the year. Okay, you don't talk to these people throughout the year. They don't check up on you. You don't check up on them. So now Thanksgiving and Christmas is here. It's like, okay, we're one big happy family. No. I just don't. A lot of things like traditions and things I just don't believe in no more. I don't believe in doing a lot of unnecessary, dysfunctional, traditional behavior. Like, I just don't believe in a lot of stuff anymore. I don't believe that it should be like that. I believe in genuine family connections, genuine relationships. I just believe in really spending genuine time, coming from a genuine place, and not just having this superficial, traditional, oh, this is what we do every year. But you holding a grudge against someone and you never talked it out. You never discussed it, right? You never discussed it. You never talked about it. You mad at somebody from 20 years ago, but you want to go eat food. That food is not going to digest well when you sitting there eating and you got a grudge. No, I want to be in real, genuine, authentic energy. I mean, true, pure love. Like, no, I don't want to. No, I don't want to do that anymore. Life, my time is value. That's what I'm talking about. Valuing time. My time is valuable, and I just don't feel like I have that time to waste. I feel like I don't have that time to waste. It it just don't make sense to me anymore. It don't make sense. For years I did it though. For years I did it. And I got to a point when I had my awakening. I went through this awakening period, and I'm like, it's almost like I feel like I didn't have enough. I wasted a lot of time, and I don't want to do that anymore. Yep. Exactly. Yeah, I just don't feel like doing that anymore. Like wasting precious time. And I know people get all in their feelings if someone passed away, and they repeat the same thing over and over. Family's all you have. No, families, no. Unfortunately, some people don't have the family that others have, like the true relationships and the true genuine family, like being there. A lot of people don't have that, right? Yeah, a lot of people don't have that. A lot of people don't have, like, I value family. I value true family. And I'm not talking about relatives. I'm talking about family, because there's a difference between you having relatives and having family. I value that. I've always liked being commune with around good people, around genuine people, right? Hey, from California. Hey, Henry. I've always liked that, but everyone don't have that. Everyone don't have like a community they could call family. Some people just, feel, some people are just, alone. Some people are alone, and they don't have that. And this is where you have to create your own family, create your own community. Yep, create your own family and community. So, because unfortunately, study states that around the holidays, this is when a lot of people get depressed. They unalive themselves. It's just a lot of depression around this time. Around the holidays, there's more depressed people, more people that feel lonely because they don't have, you know, what the world is pushing on them, you know, like you're supposed to spend time with family and this, that, and the other. Everybody don't have that. Everybody don't have love and genuine family, right? Everybody don't have that. Some people just create holidays just to be dysfunctional. It's like trauma. It's like stress around the holidays from some people. Some people don't even want to go home, but they feel like they have to go home because, you know, it's tradition. Exactly, Henry. Some friends, and those friends are your family. No, some friends treat you better than relatives, because see, you can create your family. Your friends could become family, right? Your friends could become family, and some people just don't want to, you know, deal with it. And I understand. You know, I'm not here to judge people. I really do understand why, because it's almost like, why do I have to come home, and or why do I want to go around family, and you know, they feel some type of way. Oh, they got something to say, you know, because you know, you got some family members, they don't care what they say out of their mouth. And look, they be saying crazy stuff to you, and you looking at them like, now you ain't have no room to say nothing, okay? But you don't want to go around all of that, you know, that trauma and verbal abuse, and people having no filter. And then when they say something to you, and you ain't the same little girl or same little boy, you ain't little Jimmy no more. Now you don't transform into Joseph. You're not little Jimmy, and Jimmy, you know, little nerdy Jimmy. Now you Joseph, and Joseph gonna clap back, right? And you're gonna hurt people's feelings. Now, then that's a whole nother thing. And you don't want to be around that, you know, and I understand. You don't want to be around that. Yep, you don't want to be around that. So you don't want to be, and I understand. You know, I'm not here to judge folks. I understand. I really do. So just value folks' time, you know. That's all. Value folks' time. Value your time. Don't go nowhere where you really don't want to go, right? Just say no. It's easier to say no than to say yes. I don't care who it is. If you can't go, or if it's not a good fit for you, don't do it. Just say no. Don't do it. Know what and what you can and what you can't do. I realized I used to spread myself so thin. I used to spread myself so thin. I used to be like, yes, being there for people. Yes, okay, I'll be there. I'm going, go here, go there. I stopped that. You know, when I realized I got my own purpose to build, and I could be, you know, building my own purpose and my own business and taking care of myself, I took all that attention back, going and doing for others. Not really selfish, because that's just not how I am. I still do things that I'm led to do, but I don't do things now out of obligation. I don't do things out of wanting people to see me in a different light. And that's another thing. Stop buying all these gifts and all that for Christmas because you want to be the person that, oh, I get good gifts. I do this, I do that. No, you're not doing it from the heart. You're doing it from a selfish place. Bake them some cookies. Bake them some cookies. Give them a Christmas card, because people don't care. Look, people don't care. They just, long as they can get, long as they know you giving that gift, that's why they gonna continue to like you. Look, people don't care about that. Look, bake them some cookies and see how much they care about you. Now, go to Publix and stuff some bags and put nice little popcorn bags, and see how they appreciate you and love you, because people love you and get close up to you. You know, that's why y'all go to getting them phone calls, especially the good gift givers. Y'all go to getting phone calls and text messages around y'all don't hear anything from January until July. But after July, you start getting phone calls, text messages. You get your happy birthday every year. Oh, they gonna keep in contact with you. Them good gift givers, they gonna keep in contact because they want that Christmas gift. But cut all that out and get back to, not saying I'm not telling you what to do, but that'll show you who's for you and who's not, who's really for you. Stop getting them good gifts. I used to go all out thinking about everybody. I only do it now when I'm led. Yeah, when I'm led to do it. Because I don't want to do it out of obligation or feeling like, I want them to look at me in a certain way. Oh, she always get the good gifts, or she always buy gifts. I don't want to do that. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, a card, I love you. But I do consider people who, like, that's just me. I always remember people around the holidays who done things for my kids just out of the blue, or done things for me. Or I know my daughter was going off to college. I had one of my church sisters. She created her this big old gift basket, put all kind of stuff in there. And she's old school, so she didn't know, like, things have advanced. But she created this basket, and she gave her, like, I think $40 in quarters. Back then you had to pay to, do laundry. Now they have cards and stuff. They don't advance. But now she's on my mind for the holidays or her birthday. I find out when their birthdays are. I listen to them, and, I create little, I put a little computer little reminder in my mind to do something for them for the holidays, get them something nice, things like that. Because she didn't have to do that. She didn't have to do it. She just did it, and out of the kindness of her heart. But I like to remember people like that, to let them know that they didn't have to do it. Just show my appreciation, But yeah, value folks' time. Value folks' time. I took me a good nap today. Do y'all still take naps? Oh, that's an after 40 thing. But I was taking naps before I turned 40. Look, I grew up taking naps. It was a late nap, so I know I'm going to be up all night. So I hope you all are having a good evening. I hope you all are having a good evening. So I just want to come share that message with you all to encourage you all. Yep. Bye, Joseph. I'm glad you stopped in. Keisha, girl, look, I set my alarm. I didn't want to stay, too sleep. I didn't want to stay asleep too long, so I set my alarms to get up at 5:30. Hey, Lanisha, look, I'll be taking my little naps, and I wake up, rejuvenated and everything. I know, I was too, Lanisha. I was too. I'm gonna have my kids to do all that. Yeah, I'm gonna have them decorate if they want to, or if they don't, So I'm kind of like in a different season. You know how your kids get older and I don't know if you got kids, but you know how when your kids get older and you do a lot of things, before the kids, and you create like the holiday atmosphere. But when you get old, it's like when they get older and you get transition into a different season in your life, I really don't care about doing the decorations and all that. I did it for my children, So I just want to exist. Oh, how does that feel, Anisha? Mine is getting up there. I'm trying to enjoy them, but they're getting up there. One is already doing his thing. I got one in college, two in college, and then my 13-year-old. So I'm just trying to just enjoy them while they're here until they decide to leave. But I don't want them to leave. I want us to build our own little community unless they get married. I don't want them to go off, and I would rather for them to stay with me. I don't want to hold them back. I'm not one of them ones that want to keep your kids, but the way things are going, I would rather for them, we stay together, build our own little community amongst me and my children, and we save and, do it like that. I would rather for them to do that. Yep, I would love, I know. It's so different. Like, they don't tell you, Lanisha, they don't tell you how, like, you got to get, you prepare your kids to leave and, become adults, but they don't tell you how you feel as a mom, like, for your kids to grow. That's a different feeling, for your kids to grow up and, grow up and just be out into the world. Like, it's a different feeling. It's a different feeling. Yep. All right. Good night, Henry. Yeah, it's a different feeling. It's not like I'm scared, but it's almost like you think, like, did I prepare them enough? And they got to learn, and, you can't teach them everything, but it's almost like you just want them to be able to navigate the world safely, and to advocate for themselves, and to know when life gets hard, don't give up. Don't just check out, and don't give up, to keep pressing when, things get hard. Yeah, it's like a different feel. Different emotions. Yeah, different emotions. So, yep, different emotions. Got a lot of trolls on here tonight. But I gotta block and delete ministry. I don't be reading half of that stuff. Sometimes I read it and laugh. Like the earlier two caught me off guard, but then I block and keep on moving. That's the thing about being online and having an online presence and, creating content. You really got to not take things personal. You got to not take things personal, and you really have to be prepared. Be prepared for, whatever. Yeah. But I just want to come tell you all that and talk to you all about that. And you all be blessed. I don't want to keep you all long because I'm long-winded. Okay, I'm long-winded. I can talk and find something else to talk about and be talking about that. But I'm not going to do that tonight because I bought me a little fruit bowl that I want to go home and eat. So have a good evening, Keisha. I hope you're coming to the class next Saturday. I need to really get that prepared and finished. I think I'm going to work on that tonight. Yeah, I think I'm going to work on the questions. I'm going to send the questions out because the class is next week. But if not, that's okay. You know what? I'm thinking about Keisha, before you leave, let me ask you, what do you think about, because I thought about this last night. Maybe I'll email you. I think I'm going to email you, Keisha. I think I'm going to email you. I'll email you tonight. And then I want to ask you, what do you think about this idea? It's more like, because, I really can't talk about a lot of things on YouTube because they monitor and they monitor what you say. I really can't get deeper. So I'm thinking about having more like a conversational. I'll email you. But I'll email you. Yeah, matter of fact, I'll email you tonight. So look out for my email, dear. But you all, I'm gonna go. Good night. Thank you all for listening in. And I enjoyed you all. So, value your time, value other people's time. Just remember, if you can't do it, say you can't do it, and it's okay. Even if you say you can do it and then you realize you don't feel like going, just be a person of your word. If you say you were going to go, just go. Even if you have to go for a few hours, but make yourself go because you said you were going to be there. Value folks' time. You don't know what they had to do to prepare or, to make sure they accounted for you. That's all. Just respect their time. You all be blessed, okay? Be blessed. Good night.